God damn, she keeps shooting her shot. The worst they can say is no, huh? Yeah, here's the thing though, he doesn't like flat chests. Yeah, but you know how to handle a sword is what he's hearing. You know, this is what I'm saying. She may be a horrible person, but she's our horrible person. See, the fact that he's not under a misunderstanding with her separates the show a lot. Because usually he would just get overly embarrassed, like, oh, I don't want it. No, he's boldly like, no, I want the big titty goddess here. I don't want you. And I'm going to assault you if you keep trying to sexually harass me. It's just a really fun twist on the typically cliche dynamic. So is it just me, or is Hero Without a Class actually turning out to be kind of peak? And honestly, and I mean this unironically, I'm not just clickbaiting you, Episodes 4 specifically makes me feel like it's better than most anime airing right now. Now I'm not saying as a whole, but a very specific element of it, and that is its MC. We've had a lot of like, I'm serious. And then there's a funny situation, and then because of that it clashes and creates an even funnier situation. We get that. But to have an MC who looks the way he does, which he has that typical hero fantasy look to him, here's the harem, swordswoman thinks she can't be in love, and then here's this overly attached, you know, little cis energy. And usually, 9 out of 10 times, the MC will stand there and be like, oh my god, the women like me. And then he gets flustered and somehow fumbles both women, even though both would probably gladly get on their knees for him. Or, the dude's just such an arrogant douchebag that you wonder why anyone would want him beyond a lay. And what does this MC do? And he does it in such a way that I can't even remember the last time I've seen an MC be as bold as him, have as much confidence in him, and have me say, well, no wonder they want him. Women love confidence. This woman, Lilia, right? She's like the guild leader. She kind of keeps everyone there. Her whole gimmick is, I'm going to marry the MC. Sure, we see that all the time. But she is downright sexually assaulting this man. She's jumping him. She's doing all these different things. And what does this man do? He doesn't misunderstand. He's like, you're a sex pest. He straight up calls it what it is. You're like, you're sexually assaulting me. He doesn't beat around the bush. He says it how it is. And every time she's like, hoo-hoo, we're going to get married. He's like, nah, but if she did it. This man straight up has said, not only am I into the assets that Reiner possesses, I am attracted to her. I am not attracted to you. You have little cis energy. I'm not into flat chest. Hell, I'm not. Maybe the flat chest I could make work if your personality was better, but but he's not like overly rude. He's just straight up blunt. He's like, I don't want it. You jump me in the morning, I'm tying you to the bed and leaving you. This man is so much better than most of the MCs I've seen this year in this way, of where like you have here's your harem element. And the MC says boldly, this is the element I want. And the best part too, what the author easily could have done. So Lilia is always attacking her boy Arrow, right? And he wants nothing to do with her. And then he's always trying to pursue Reiner, and she wants nothing to do with him. And it's just a cluster of just people not understanding what consent is. No, she very clearly likes him. The fact that not only there's this moment where she's, you know, Miss Lily is trying to drag Arrow away, and he's like, okay, but she's coming with us. And she's like, ooh, yay, I get to come too. The fact that legitimately she has shown signs of interest in him, and the only reason she thinks she can't be with him is because all her life she's been viewed as a boy. Look at the first episode. She looked like a boy. She dressed as a boy, same haircut, and very clearly because she was so interested in the sword, it wasn't a very feminine feature, especially the way she likes to, you know, use swords. It's not like fencing and things like that. So the fact that she has years of feeling like she's not a woman, to have a man say, I'm interested in you and see you as a woman, it's kind of hard for her to believe. And as funny as it is as he talks about her titties all the time, you know, she's unironically enjoying it. It doesn't come across as he's like ogling her up and degrading her. No, she's like, shit, someone sees me as a woman? I almost can't believe it. They took the most generic and cliche bullshit known to man and unironically turned it into something competently written. I'm not saying it's the Mona Lisa. I'm not saying it's the grand masterpiece of the year. But this has went from what should have been a 5 or 6 out of a 10 into a solid ass 8 out of 10 if you ask me. The past 2 episodes have been fun as hell. And the action surprisingly fun too. Like I said last week, I knew the tournament was not going to be hard for them. clean that shit up quick. But the fact that we get jumped and teleported into this trap where you got this armored knight, and honestly, it was a fun fight. I thought it lasted the appropriate amount of time. And now we have the whole, like, this other guild master who looks like he's summoning necromancy in his free time. He's got a demonic sword, so I assume we're probably going to kill him within the first couple of episodes, or at least the next couple of episodes. I was kind of surprised, because I thought the dude who jumped us, I thought we were going to bring him back to the tavern, and he was going to be like, yeah, this guy told me to do it or something. I don't know what happened with him. Though I will say, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. I called that betrayal out. Now, here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people probably saw that betrayal coming. Or everyone's going to be like, no, I saw it too. But here's the thing. Like, often with those, like, that looked like a legitimate thing. And, you know, when they started going comedic with it, I almost let my guard drop completely. I was like, well, if they're going funny with it, he's probably not going to stab us. Nah, he did. I saw that coming, and I was very happy. Because, my prediction accuracy this year is like 30%. Usually it's like 40 to 60, I feel like. I usually have a pretty good track record for seeing things coming. I don't know, this year has thrown me for a loop, so it's nice to be like, damn, I saw that one coming a mile away, and it felt good. Either way, this shit's actually good. You know, Studio ACAP, everyone walked in, they're like, oh my god, the beginning after the end could never. But, like, the thing is like, the first couple of episodes, it's not like it really looked all that different from beginning after the end. It just, like, some of it looked a little better. But really, the reason to watch this isn't simply to clown on that show. It's that a typical hero fantasy with a harem element is unironically writing things in a way that value the viewer's attention and, you know, values the viewer's intelligence more than most of these shows. You have all the elements we've seen 1,000 times, but the fact that they're not taking slight detours with it, they're turning the whole car around. Arrow as an MC may be the most straight and narrow, to the book, straight edge character, but the fact that he just says it how it is. I guarantee you, if Reiner was like, you make me uncomfortable by the way you interact with me, he probably would stop saying the things he says out loud. But given the fact that she clearly isn't saying, like, and feeling uncomfortable, he's like, shit, yeah, she can come with us. The fact that when someone sexually assaults him, he's like, you're a sexual beast, and I want nothing to do with you. He's a pretty great MC. And, you know, as much as I may talk some shit about Lilia, she is without a doubt the entertainment factor. She's kind of like the Aqua of this world, if Aqua was useful. She has the same level of annoyance as Aqua, but she's competent. The fact that she bet on her guild to win, which I'm sure the odds were like 1,000 to 1 against them, so they got the money they need to pay their debts and stuff. Very smart. She is very much a smart and competent leader. She's just a sex pest. I like this show, man. I said it last week, man. Like, every episode, my interest is, like, climbing. But honestly, it kind of spiked this week. I was like, shit. Is this show unironically going to be one of the shows I look forward to the most? How did this happen? How did the most generic-looking show this season become one of my favorites? Make it make sense. This show has no right being as good as it is, and it unironically respects the viewer's intelligence. I love this cast of idiots. Your thoughts down below. Drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around your Patrons, where you can catch my full live reactions, all this and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. Alright, so today we got Joseph, 46, Doc, Tyrun, Danny Boy, and we also have Simon Lau. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.